this is my review for Hell in a Cell. All in all, I thought it was a good show. I thought all the matches, well, except for one, all the matches delivered. I had a couple of complaints. There was a couple of finishes there. I was like, really? Like, come on. But besides just stupid finishes, I enjoyed pretty much all of the matches. Besides one match, and we'll get to that. I think you guys know what that is. But to start off, we had the pre-show. It was Natalya versus Mandy Rose. Now, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I heard this pay-per-view was starting at 8 p.m. So I figured the pre-show was coming on at 7:30. So I wouldn't say I forgot. I would say I didn't care enough to watch the pre-show. So we had Natalya beating Mandy Rose on the pre-show. I tuned in for the last 5 minutes. I think she made her submit, I believe. If that's what happened. If it didn't, not bad. But I think she made her submit like a sharpshooter. And then Tamina came in the ring. Whatever. Ozzy Osbourne was the theme song for Hell in a Cell, Straight to Hell. I thought it was pretty good. It would have been a no-brainer for him not to go in the Hall of Fame and not use his theme, his song for the theme. Thought that was a no-brainer. So, the SmackDown Women's title opens the show. It was Bianca Belair versus Bayley inside Hell in a Cell. I thought this was a good match, you know. They had a good back and forth. Bayley got chairs to start the match. They did this nice spot where Bianca took her braid and whipped the chair out of Bayley's hand. That was good. Bayley worked on Bianca's shoulder for a good amount of time. Bayley brought in steel steps. She went for a running knee, but Bianca ducked and Bayley hit her knees on the steps. They went to the outside and Bianca grated Bayley's face into the cage. Bayley hit a running senton into the cage. That looked pretty cool. They did a funny spot there. Last year, Bayley, she got 2 kendo sticks and she went to tape them up, but she kind of messed up the spot last year. This year, she grabbed 2 kendo sticks. Well, 4, I guess. She grabbed kendo sticks that were already taped together, and she hit Bianca with one, and then she grabbed another one and put them in between the cage and the what do you call it? The ring. Under the ring apron, there's like a little hole. So this would come in effect a little later. They went back into the ring, then they went back out, and Bianca, spine bustered, forgot her name. Bianca spine bustered Bayley, there's her name. Garuda Nintendo sticks. So I like that. They played on last year, and then Bailey got the brunt of it. Then back in the ring, Bailey tied Bianca's hair to the chair. Bailey went for another running knee, but Bianca pulled the chair and gritted it to her knee. So Bailey was selling the knee. Then Bianca got up, tied her hair around Bailey's wrist, and beat her up all around the cage outside in the ring. Basically, the story of the match was Bianca's hair. It kept coming back into play. So, Bailey brought in a ladder into the ring. She did her face buster finish onto the ladder, but she took too much time to get the cover, so Bianca kicked out. The finish of the match came with Bianca setting up the ladder and hitting the KOD for the 3. So Bianca retained. It was a good match, back and forth, no complaints. Next match was Cesaro and Seth Rollins. They had a pretty good match. Seth Rollins tried to sneak attack Cesaro when he was making his entrance, but Cesaro got the upper hand. He gave Cesaro a couple of slams, gave him a big boot, got then onto the outside. He gave him an uppercut into the barricade. Seth slowed down the match. He worked on Cesaro's eyes. He poked him in the eye. Then Cesaro deadlifted Seth out of nowhere. Gave him a deadlift slam. That was pretty good. Seth Rollins hit a diving knee to the outside, and then he hit a springboard knee from the ropes to the inside the ring for, I believe, a 2 count. Rollins hit the Enziguri, and then like a back fist to the back of the neck of Cesaro. That looked brutal. Seth Rollins hit the Falcon's Arrow and the reverse Shining Wizard. Cesaro got the upper hand. He hit the spin. I believe they said 15 times. And then turned it into a sharpshooter. Into the crossface. Back into the sharpshooter. Cesaro was stepping on Seth's arms, and Seth turned it into a roll-up for the win. I didn't mind this. I think their WrestleMania match was probably better, but like I said, this was a pretty good match. I didn't mind the roll-up. It was mind games on Seth's part, but pretty good match. They announced Money in the Bank for July 18th. So, it's the first, it's gonna be the first pay-per-view with a live crowd. They said this is the last pay-per-view with the Thunderdome. So, that should be cool. Money in the Bank, live crowd coming back, should be good. Okay, so here's the match that people on Twitter had a problem with. I saw a lot of complaints. Now, the match didn't bother me as much. I guess, the finish and the stupidity of the match was stupid, but it didn't bother me as much as everybody else. I guess because I don't watch Raw every week. I just watch the pay-per-views. So I'm not mad at Raw and SmackDown every week. So I could take a monthly dose of his stupidity. And what I'm talking about is Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. Now, I expected nonsense, Alexa playing games, the lights flickering, games. But it was actually a little competitive. They traded controls. Shayna did her submission spots. Alexa hit a senton. She did some creepy look. I guess it's her version of the spider block. The Fiend, Bray's spider block. But, Shayna, she got her shitting. She did these elbow stomps on Alexa's elbows that looked pretty cool. And then we got to the stupid part. So, Nia, I forgot what they were doing. I think Nia was chasing Reginald. I don't know. But this is, at this point, Alexa's in the ring. Nia's outside. Nia looks at Alexa. She gets under some sort of control. And then, all of a sudden, she pops Reggie, or whatever his name is. Shayna went for the Kirifuda clutch, but I don't know how Alexa broke it off and hit the Sister Abigail, and then she went up for Twisted Bliss for the win. I like that they had a competitive kind of match, but it was stupid. And I get why people are aggravated. But like I said, I wasn't bothered as much because I don't watch the show. So I can deal with a monthly dose of stupidity. But this was stupid. But what was not stupid was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. I said this on Twitter. Were you expecting anything less than a anything less than a pretty good match between these two? I don't think so. So, they went back and forth. KO was selling the throat injury from Friday. He got hit with the 2 Samoan spikes from Apollo's 7-foot guy. So he was selling the throat the whole match. Sami hit a dive over the ropes, and I guess it messed up Kevin's arm. It looked like Kevin had his shoulder popped out. But he was selling that too, the whole match. Kevin went for a senton off the apron, but Sami got his knees up. They got back into the ring. Sami hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. Then they're outside the ring. KO hit a stunner. Sami made it back in at 9. Sami hit the Shining Lizard. This was displayed into the finish. So, they were in the corner close to the ropes. Sami hit the Shining Lizard. Now, when he hit it, Kevin went forward and hit his throat into the ropes. So, he hit his throat on the ropes. then Sammy hit the haluva kick for the win. This was a really great finish. I loved it. And like I said, they can't have anything less than a good match. You can always expect pretty good match from these two. And that's what this was. And I don't know if KO sold it really good, but his shoulder, he looked like he got fucked up. I don't know. So, these last two matches, in my opinion, were good. The main event is really good. But the last two matches delivered, but the finish sucked. So it was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's title. And I was thinking when Charlotte came out, she looks different. I know she had time off and she didn't make Mania, but I don't know, her face looked kind of different to me. If you think so, let me know. But she just looked, I don't know, different. So when the match started, Charlotte grabbed the title from the ref and threw it at Rhea. I don't know if it was supposed to, hit her in the face or whatever, but she tried to cause a distraction, and it worked, because Charlotte got a lot of offense from the get-go. She hit Rhea with a big boot that connected very well. Later on in the match, Rhea hit a drop kick from the top rope that looked really nice. I like this right here. So Rhea put on the leg lock, her heel lock. I don't know what she calls it, but Charlotte, twisted out of it, and Rhea hit her face on the turnbuckle. Then she went back, and Charlotte turned it into natural selection. That was nice. So I said this on Twitter that she got this from Andrade. Charlotte went up for a moonsault. So she did a backflip, landed on her feet because Rhea moved, and then Charlotte did another backflip, another moonsault, and hit Rhea. And I said it was Andrade's move because he used to do that, but he used to do that with the knees. He used to come off like a moonsault, land on his feet, and then backflip into the double knees. So I like that. I like that she's using his move. Rhea later on hit the riptide, but Charlotte got her foot on the rope. And then, okay, this was the dumb finish. So Charlotte eventually gets the figure 4 on Rhea. Rhea crawls over, grabs the rope for the rope break. Charlotte holds on, and Rhea pulls both of them outside the ring. So they're crawling outside the ring, and Rhea makes it to her knees. Now Charlotte is in back of her. All of a sudden, Rhea grabs the top of the announce table and flings it back at Charlotte and causes a DQ. Never in my lifetime watching wrestling have I seen the ref call a DQ because someone got hit at the top of the table. Hell, I've seen people go through the top of the table and the ref didn't call a DQ. So how the hell was that a DQ? And I get what they were doing. They were going with the fact that if she was champion. If she was champion and Rhea was kicking her ass, she would have done the same thing. Found a cheap DQ. But just the thought of the top of the table, causing the DQ was stupid. They could have done anything else. Anything but that. Like I said, I get why they did it, but it was dumb. And people are saying, oh, Rhea's a heel, Charlotte's a heel. They're complaining. I don't think that's the case. Rhea's not a heel. She was just showing Charlotte that, she's just giving her a taste of her own medicine. That don't make her a heel. She's being Rhea. She's doing what she has to. She's not a heel. So, I thought this was a good match. I was into it. But that DQ, I would have been fine with the DQ. But any other day, any other finish they could have made. She could have threw the title belt at her. She could have threw steps at her. Could have threw chairs. But the top of the announce table, I don't know. Next we have the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley in the Hell in a Cell for the WWE title. This was a really good match. This was match of the night. Now, I got sidetracked a little bit, but when I finally paid attention, Drew had Bobby on the outside, and he was just beating Bobby for like 10 minutes. Drew just had this match. He was beating Bobby on the outside, took the steel steps. He was beating him with the steps. He took a kendo stick, beat Bobby with the stick, then he put his arm around him with the stick and gave him a rushing leg sweep into the cage with the kendo stick. Finally Bobby got some offense, not for long, but some. Then MVP threw in his cane, and Bobby hit Drew with the cane a couple of times. And then Drew took back control, hit a Death Valley driver on the steel steps. That looked like a bitch to take. They went back into the ring. Drew hit the reverse Alabama Slam onto the chair. Lashley took back control. Drew went to hit him with the steps, but Lashley, overpowered the steps, and he was bashing Drew into the cage with the steps. That was a cool spot. Then he trapped Drew behind the kendo stick, so Drew was in the side of the Hell in a Cell, and the kendo stick was in front of him, one side in between each hole, and Bobby was just nailing Drew. They got back into the ring. Bobby poked. So Drew got the steel chair, and he was going to hit Bobby. Bobby poked Drew in the eye. So Drew was just free swinging. He turned around and threw the chair at the ref. So the ref took a bump outside the ring. So the ref took the bump outside the ring. Bobby tried to take control, but Drew reversed it into the future shock. Now, Drew has the pin. There's no ref. So they're opening the gate to Hell in a Cell for another ref to come in. So Drew hits the Claymore on Bobby. Now Lyle, he goes for the pin, and now Lyle, the cage was open, and the ref ran in. MVP snuck in the cage. So Drew hit the Claymore and then for the pin, but MVP grabbed the ref by the foot, the other ref, and pulled him out. So Drew is pissed, and I don't know who, but somebody locked the door behind MVP. So MVP was locked in. But Drew is pissed. Drew is going at MVP. He hit MVP with a Claymore. MVP rolled outside the ring. Drew was trash talking him. He grabbed his chain. And then Bobby came from the other side, put Drew in the hurt lock outside the ring. And they had a table set up. We forgot all about it. Bobby set up a table. No, Drew set up the table earlier in the match. So there was a table. So Bobby had the hurt lock on Drew. So Drew just ran back and put Bobby through the table. That was pretty cool. That was a nice spot. They got back into the ring. Drew went for the Claymore. Bobby ducked. Drew went outside the ropes onto the apron. And at this point, you got a nice shot at Drew's back. Drew's back was cut up. Blue-purple cuts. It looked like brutal. It looked brutal. So Drew's standing on the apron outside the ropes. Bobby pushed Drew into the turnbuckle. Like I said, he's back. And then he takes Drew, picks him up, and slams him into the table that was set up on the outside. That again, we forgot about. So back in the ring, Drew gets up. Drew hits, I believe, he hit the headbutt, the kiss, Glasgow kiss, and he's in the apron, and he's setting up for the Claymore, and then he goes to run to hit the Claymore. MVP grabs his foot, and Bobby rolls up Drew to retain. Now, I didn't like the roll-up as a finish, but I do like that MVP played a role in this match the whole way through. Like, Drew had control, but whatever he did, he could not stop MVP from interfering. And I like that. So as much as I didn't like the roll-up, I understand. I liked MVP interfering. And this has been the case ever since Mania. Because MVP, remember, he screamed at Drew when he was going for the Claymore and distracted Drew. And Bobby put the hurt lock on Drew. So this has been the case going back months. And I like that MVP is a constant. So, Drew, Bobby retains, and it was a really good match of the night. Like I said, I thought this pay-per-view was good, if not pretty good. I really liked the main event. Sammy and KO was pretty good. Cesaro and Seth was good. I thought Bayley and Bianca was good. And there was really nothing to complain about except for the finishes and that Alexa and Shayna, cause stupidity. But like I said, it didn't bother me that much. So, I give this pay-per-view a thumbs up. I thought it was good. Let me know what you guys think of the pay-per-view. If you liked it, if you didn't, if you agree with me, let me know which match was your favorite. Let me know, though I know which one was your least favorite. Let me know if you can tolerate Alexa beating Shayna like she did. Let me know what you think. There you think this Alexa character is going. And yeah, let me know what you think of the pay-per-view. Leave a like if you like my review. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload. Have a nice day, guys. Peace.